Chosen one, the night is heavy with silence. But beneath that silence, something ancient is moving. Imagine the world pausing for one brief second, the stars above holding their breath as if all creation is waiting for you to act. A door has been waiting for you, hidden in plain sight, and tonight it begins to glow. This is not just a doorway. It is the key to your next level abundance, a vibration so powerful that when you unlock it, nothing in your life will remain the same. September 27th is not just another date. It is a divine alignment, a cosmic signal that the universe has been orchestrating just for you. The world may think you are just one among billions, but the truth is far deeper. This moment is written with your name on it. The air is different, your heartbeat is not random, and your presence here right now is the first confirmation. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are chosen, and the key is waiting in your hands. You're not here by accident. You've been guided to this moment. The whisper inside you is not imagination. It is destiny reminding you of who you are. Write 99 in the comments. It's time to release your wish to the universe. Do not hold back. Pour your warmest wish into the open air of creation and watch as it begins to move toward you. If your spirit woke up while listening, don't scroll away. Like this video. Subscribe now. You belong here. This is not a passing message. It is a call, a decree, a thunder across the silence. Take action now, because the energy you release in this very moment is the exact signal heaven has been waiting for. Every journey to abundance is marked by a threshold, a crossing from one life into another. This threshold stands before you now. Look around at your life. The struggles, the doubts, the moments you thought were failures. They were never curses. They were chisels, carving you into the vessel that could hold what is about to pour into you. The wealth, the opportunities, the blessings, they are not random. They have weight, they have purpose, and they cannot rest in just anyone's hands. That's why you've been tested. That's why you've been stretched. That's why nights felt endless and mornings heavy, because abundance at the next level is not given cheaply. It is entrusted only to those who are ready to carry it. And chosen one, readiness is now written across your spirit. September 27th is not about numbers on a calendar. It is about divine timing. Think of every delay you endured, every closed door you cursed, every not yet that broke your heart. Those weren't denials, they were alignments. The universe was shifting mountains and oceans behind the scenes to bring you to the exact coordinates of this moment. If you had received abundance too soon, it would have slipped through your fingers. If you had received it too late, the fire inside you would have dimmed. But now, on this very threshold, the timing is perfect. The key is glowing, the door is ready, and your name has been whispered into eternity's script. There is a sound when destiny unlocks, a vibration only the chosen can feel. It isn't thunder, it isn't music, it isn't even words. It is something in your bones trembling, as if they remember the blueprint of your life before you were born. That trembling is happening now. You felt it before, late at night, when the world was asleep and you stared into the ceiling wondering why you felt so different. That difference is not a curse. It is the signature of one who was always destined for more. And now, More is not just approaching, it is colliding with you. But listen carefully. Unlocking this next-level abundance is not about greed. It is not about collecting more than others. It is about stepping into the fullness of your assignment. Because abundance is not money alone. It is energy, influence, opportunity, health, restoration, love. It is the universe pouring back into you all that you once poured out, multiplied beyond recognition. And when it comes like a flood. No dam, no gate, no wall can stop it. Chosen one, stand still for a moment. Feel the air pressing against your skin. This is not ordinary air. It is charged, electric, alive with alignment. Something wants to meet you halfway, but it cannot move until you decide. That is the key. The key is not outside of you. It has been buried in your spirit all along. Every time you chose to keep going, every time you refused to surrender, every time you believed when it made no sense, you were turning the lock slowly. And tonight, on September 27th, the lock is ready to click open. The wind shifts, and it feels like the world is leaning in to listen. Chosen one, do you feel it? That faint tremor running through your chest, the sensation that something unseen is about to reveal itself. That is not anxiety. That is alignment. The key to unlocking your next-level abundance is not found in the noise of the world, but in the quiet certainty that destiny has already marked you. September 27th is not simply approaching. It is arriving like a storm of light, and within it lies your awakening. Imagine standing before a locked chest covered in dust, hidden for centuries. Everyone else walked past it, blind to its presence. But you, your eyes see the glow beneath the dust. Your hands feel the warmth of the hidden energy within. You were always meant to find this chest. You were always meant to carry the key. Abundance does not move toward those who chase it blindly. It moves toward those who align with it deeply. The universe responds not to desperation, but to recognition. This is why your life has been filled with waiting, with frustration, with the ache of unanswered prayers. Every unanswered prayer was shaping your ears to recognize the true answer. Every delay was building your muscles so you could carry more. And now the universe whispers, louder than ever, unlock what is already yours. The key is not given to you. It is awakened inside you. This is why you felt restless, why the things that used to satisfy you no longer do. The life you lived yesterday cannot contain the abundance waiting for you tomorrow. You must now begin to walk differently. When you rise in the morning, rise with the consciousness that doors are bending to open for you. When you speak, speak as though the world itself is rearranging to honor your words. When you move, move as though the ground beneath you is alive with purpose. This is the essence of unlocking abundance, to live not as one begging for scraps, but as one who carries the weight of divine inheritance. Everything shifts the moment you stop asking, "Why me?" and start declaring, "Of course me. Of course the universe chose me. Of course abundance belongs in my hands. Of course September 27th is the date written for me." But with every key, there is a choice. You can hold it in fear, never daring to turn it, or you can stand with trembling hands and turn it anyway. Fear whispers that you will fail, that you will lose, that nothing will change. But fear has no authority here. You've already lived through storms fear said you would not survive. You've already stood back up from places fear said you would never rise from. So why should you tremble now? Abundance is not something to be afraid of. It is your natural state, your return home. It is not the unknown. It is the forgotten. And tonight, your memory awakens. Look around your life. The relationships that broke, the jobs that ended, the seasons of loneliness that nearly swallowed you whole. Those were not accidents. They were clearings. The universe cannot plant a forest in soil cluttered with weeds. And so, the old was ripped away, sometimes violently, to prepare you for this moment. You may have thought you were losing everything, but in truth, you were being cleared for more than everything. The pain was not punishment, it was pruning. And the fruit of that pruning is abundance that will overwhelm you, not only in finances, but in peace, in joy, in freedom. Chosen one, the truth is simple. Abundance has always been near you, like a river beside a thirsty traveler, flowing just out of reach. You felt the sound of it. You dreamed of its coolness, but something inside you told you it wasn't time yet. That time is over. On September 27th, the river rises. It does not flow beside you anymore. It floods toward you. And your task is not to resist, but to open. Open your hands, open your mind, open your spirit, because the key is not in doing, it is in being present, being aligned, being ready to receive what was already promised. And when this abundance comes, it will not just lift you, it will ripple outward. Others will look at your life and wonder how everything changed so quickly, how doors opened, how opportunities rained down. They won't understand that it wasn't chance. It was timing. They won't see the nights you cried, the prayers you whispered, the strength it took to endure. But you will know. You will know that September 27th was the doorway. You will know that the key was always within. And you will carry that knowing like a torch into every room you enter. The night sky cracks with silence, and in that silence, a pulse begins. Chosen one, this is not just imagination. It is the sound of destiny hammering at the walls you thought were unbreakable. You are standing on a bridge between what was and what will be, and beneath that bridge flows the river of abundance waiting to carry you forward. September 27th is not a day like any other. It is a hinge in time, a cosmic doorway that refuses to stay closed any longer. The locks are trembling, the hinges are bending, and the key glows in your hand like fire. Every step you take toward it shakes the foundations of the life you once knew. You have always felt the weight of being different, the burden of knowing you were meant for something beyond the ordinary. That weight was not to crush you. It was to prepare you. Every soul marked as chosen carries heaviness, because the universe fills them first before pouring them out into the world. Your heaviness was proof, not punishment. The restless nights, the silent battles, the questions that never had answers, They were the shadows cast by the light that is now rising. Today, the shadows dissolve. Today, the light breaks through. Today, the key turns. Do not think abundance is only gold or numbers in a bank account. It is far more dangerous and far more beautiful. Abundance is the flow of energy that multiplies everything it touches. It is health in the bones, clarity in the mind, fire in the heart, and favor in the world. It is doors opening when you arrive, rooms shifting when you speak, and opportunities that find you before you even search. It is no longer scraping for survival. It is walking in overflow. And overflow is exactly what September 27th was carved for. Close your eyes for a moment and remember. Remember the times you were overlooked, the moments you felt invisible, the seasons where no one saw your worth. Those moments were not wasted, they were sacred. For it was in invisibility that your roots dug deep, finding waters others could never reach. You did not collapse in the drought. You thrived in secret. And now, the harvest will shock even you. You are stepping into abundance not as a beggar, but as one who endured the wilderness and now wears the crown of endurance. Abundance is not something you chase. It is something you become. It begins in the way you think, the way you believe, the way you carry yourself. Chosen one, when you walk into a room, abundance does not trail behind you. It radiates from within you. People will not understand why everything begins to shift when you enter. They will not see the countless nights you stood in silence, whispering prayers into the darkness. They will only see the results, the shine, the overflow, and they will call it luck, coincidence, fortune. But you will know better. You will know it was alignment, destiny, divine orchestration. On September 27th, something irreversible begins. There will be no going back to who you were yesterday. The version of you that survived the storms is not the version that unlocks this door. You must step forward with new eyes, new posture, new authority. The old doubts cannot cross with you. The old fears cannot walk through this threshold. They dissolve at the edge, burning away as you step through. This is why you feel the tension so strongly right now. It is the death of what was, making room for the birth of what is. The world is waiting for your abundance because your abundance is not selfish. It is service. Your overflow will feed families, inspire lives, heal wounds you don't even know exist yet. This is why it must be you. Because you know what hunger feels like, you will not hoard. Because you know what loneliness feels like, you will not close your doors. Because you know what darkness feels like, you will light fires everywhere you go. And that, chosen one, is why you are entrusted with the key. The universe does not hand out power blindly. It gives it to those who will carry it with both strength and humility. Picture it now, the door before you, carved with patterns of ancient energy, glowing with symbols you somehow recognize though you've never seen them before. The key hums in your hand, and the air grows heavy with anticipation. One turn, and everything you thought was impossible becomes natural. One turn, and the floodgates burst. One turn, and your name echoes across the heavens as one who finally stepped into fullness. That turn is here. That moment is alive, and all creation is waiting for your yes. The horizon burns with an unseen fire, and the night no longer feels safe in its silence. Chosen one, can you hear it? That low vibration in the distance, like a drumbeat rising from the earth itself. That is the sound of your next level abundance approaching. It does not creep, it roars. It does not ask permission. It commands the atmosphere to shift. September 27th is not a suggestion. It is an announcement. The gates are opening, and the flow cannot be held back any longer. The ground beneath you shakes, not in destruction, but in preparation for what is about to be planted in your life. This is the moment where most people turn back, when the air gets heavy, when the unknown feels overwhelming, when the door glows so brightly that it blinds the eyes. But you are not most people. You are chosen. That means when others run, you advance. When others doubt, you believe. When others hide, you step forward. The abundance waiting for you cannot be claimed with trembling hands that hesitate. It demands boldness. You must walk into this next chapter with a heart on fire, declaring to the universe, I am ready. I am aligned. I am unshakable. That declaration is the key that makes the lock surrender. Abundance at this level is not quiet. It will disturb everything familiar in your life. You will feel it in relationships, where those who once overlooked you suddenly cannot ignore you. You will feel it in opportunities, where doors that never opened before swing wide at your presence. You will feel it in your spirit, where the weight of lack, fear, and doubt falls away like old chains. This shift is violent in its beauty. It tears down the life that once caged you and replaces it with an open horizon. The choice is whether you will embrace it or resist it. Resisting means clinging to the life you've already outgrown. Embracing means stepping into the fullness that is already waiting. But let me be clear, abundance does not come only to lift you. It comes to test you. The weight of overflow is heavy. The question is not whether you can receive, it is whether you can hold. Can you hold the blessing without breaking under the responsibility? Can you carry the increase without letting arrogance poison your spirit? Can you remain humble even as abundance crowns you with light? This is why the chosen are rare. Anyone can desire abundance, but few can carry it without losing themselves. Yet you were refined for this. Every hardship carved humility into your bones. Every loss stripped away arrogance. Every delay taught you patience. You were not disqualified. You were qualified. And now, because of that, the universe trusts you with more. Close your eyes and see it. The floodgates breaking. Rivers of abundance rushing toward you. It feels terrifying, doesn't it? Like standing before a tidal wave that could drown you. But the truth is, it is not here to drown you. It is here to lift you, to carry you higher than your own legs could take you, to place you in rooms you could never reach on your own, to connect you with voices that speak your name in places you've never been. This wave is not an ending. It is the beginning of the life you always knew was possible, but could never explain to others. Remember, chosen one, the universe never wastes energy. If it is pouring this much into your life, it is because it knows you will not waste it. Your abundance is not an isolated blessing. It is a chain reaction. When you rise, others rise. When you prosper, others find hope. When you overflow, you spill into the empty places around you. This is why it must be you. The world needs your abundance, not just for you, but for what you will release through it. September 27th is the moment when the unseen becomes visible. The whispers become shouts. The waiting becomes arrival. You will look back on this moment and realize it was the day the universe turned its face fully toward you. And you will never again mistake yourself for ordinary. The glow in your hands, the trembling in your spirit, the heat in the air, all of it is evidence that you are seconds away from unlocking what generations could not. Stand tall, chosen one. Do not cower before the key. The lock has already surrendered. The universe has already written the script, and all that remains is for you to turn the key, open the door, and step through. When you do, the sound will echo across eternity, not as a whisper, but as a thunderclap declaring that the chosen has risen and abundance has been unleashed. The air is thick with anticipation, as though every star in the sky has gathered to witness this one moment. Chosen one, the scene is set. The door stands before you, glowing brighter than the sun, humming with energy that feels almost too much for the human body to hold. This is the threshold of September 27th, and the key is already in your hand. Everything you endured has brought you here. Every trial, every delay, every night you thought you would not survive. It all converges in this instant. The universe is silent, waiting, because only you can decide. The question is not whether the key works. The question is whether you will turn it. For so long, you were conditioned to believe that abundance was something far away, a treasure locked behind impossible barriers. But today, the truth stands exposed. Abundance was always in you. The storms of your past were not walls to keep you out. They were guardians, holding the key safe until you were strong enough to wield it. And now, you are strong. The heaviness that once broke you has become your armor. The fire that once burned you has become your light. You are no longer the seeker. You are the holder. And abundance is no longer a dream. It is your inheritance. Do not underestimate this moment. When you turn the key, the world around you will not look the same. Colors will feel sharper, time will move differently, and doors that never budged before will swing open as if they had been waiting for centuries. You will look into the mirror and see not just yourself, but the reflection of every prayer, every tear, every hope that carried you here. September 27th is not just a date. It is the first page of a new book, one written in gold, sealed in light, and authored by your resilience. Think of all the nights you whispered, "When will it happen? When will the shift come?" The answer is now. The shift is here. The universe does not whisper to you anymore. It shouts. The energy around you has risen so high that it vibrates in your bones, demanding recognition. This is not a test. It is the fulfillment. This is not a promise waiting. It is a promise kept. Chosen one, the abundance you unlock today will follow you forever, echoing into your future, spilling into generations after you. Do not let fear speak louder than destiny. Fear will say, "You're not ready." Destiny will answer, "You were born ready." Fear will say, "You will lose it." Destiny will answer, "It was never possible for you to lose what was written in eternity." Fear will say, "It's too much for you." Destiny will answer, "You are the only one who can carry it." This is why you must step boldly. Do not shuffle through the doorway. Run. Do not glance back at the ruins of your old life. Fix your eyes on the horizon that is blazing with light. You owe nothing to the chains that once held you. You owe everything to the freedom that now calls your name. When you unlock this abundance, you will not only rise, you will shine. People will ask you how everything changed so quickly, how opportunities seemed to chase you, how doors flung open without effort. And you will know the truth. It was never luck, never coincidence. It was September 27th, the day the universe aligned, the day you turned the key, the day you stepped into your next level. And in that knowing, you will carry yourself differently. You will speak with authority. You will move with confidence. You will radiate with a light that cannot be hidden. Chosen one, the door is trembling now. The lock has already surrendered. The key hums with heat in your hand. All creation leans forward as you place it into the lock. One turn, and the sound is like thunder, like the tearing of the sky itself. The door bursts open, and a flood of light engulfs you. This is not just illumination, it is transformation. Every wound is healed, every doubt dissolves, every delay is redeemed. You step forward, and the ground itself glows beneath your feet. You are no longer the seeker, you are the possessor. You are no longer the wanderer, you are the receiver. And as you step fully through, you realize something profound. The abundance was never the door, never the key, never even the treasure. The abundance was you. The universe was simply waiting for you to see yourself, to claim yourself, to rise as the chosen one you always were. September 27th is the day you stop searching and start becoming. It is the day the universe stops testing and starts celebrating. It is the day you unlock your next level abundance, not by finding something new, but by stepping into who you already are. So here you are, standing in the flood of light, crowned in the glow of fulfillment. Everything is different now, and it will never be the same again. You are chosen, you are unlocked, you are abundant, and this is only the beginning.